Hey guys, Chuck House of Mopar. For a little dramatic effect, we got the garage door going up. Welcome back. And we're working on this again. Tommy's 67 Belvedere 2. We're going to throw a carb kit at it and go from there. Alright, let me get set up. Bring you back. Okay, I did that video on Tommy's car earlier. And it is a, so this is a 67 Belvedere 2 Silver Special. The Silver Special is a spring offering by Chrysler to boast their sales, I'm sure. All right, well, whatever. I'll put a link in the video up here, I guess. Anyway, so we discovered that this thing, sure enough, she's leaking a little gas. Actually doesn't around here. He had a carb kit put in this thing once, 7-8 years ago. So we're gonna throw another one. She was wet. It's not wet now, but it's been sitting here all night. I'm gonna pull this apart and take it to the bench. She's got a kit, and we'll clean her up, and see what we can see. Regasket it. It runs too damn good to be sucking any air. Anyway. All right, let me get this off. Okay. This is my little homemade carb stand I modified for a 2-barrel. This is off my son's 70 Duster. I'm assuming it was the original 318 2-barrel carb. I see someone's been in there. There's some Allen screws on there. At first glance, it looks damn similar. The linkage is a little different. Linkage is a lot different. Well, he had a 4-speed car. Whatever. I don't know. Hell no. It's about the same. Whatever. So, we're not getting stupid, guys. We're not adjusting floats. We're not screwing any of that shit. Because it runs great. It's sucking. It seems to be sucking some air. But, yeah, so, you know, don't screw with it if it ain't broke. So, my little deal here. So anyway, we're just gonna pull it apart and have a look. Or got a gasket kit, maybe the power valve, you know, it's probably in that kit somewhere. And put her together. And we'll fiddle with the tune later. Not much. It's hot. My neighbor, he's putting up a new garage. He's gonna be a car guy. He is a car guy, but he's getting started. And they're jackhammering, so it's hot. And I got all my doors shut. Anyway, let me get this booger apart and we'll see what's in there. You guys hear that fan running? I hope it doesn't ruin the video too much, but it's hot. All right. Come up out of that gasket looks good, actually, really pretty good. What are you hanging up on? Alright. I wouldn't expect this to be bad, but it's clean as hell. I'm calling that clean as hell too. He's got her filtered well. Yep, she's filtered. That's for sure. Look at this. It does have those stupid little carders. I've never been into a Carter 2-barrel, but it's got the rods as well. This one will be easier to put together. All right, we'll get her apart a little more and see what's what. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this thing didn't need a kit, but we'll change the power valve out. Got a new one of them. Everything's super clean in here, you know. Yeah. And fiddle with the tune. You know, we fiddled with this before, but we didn't get stupid. I'm gonna try to maybe hook up my O2 wideband O2 sensor and stick it in the tailpipe. And that's only for the idle tune. So yeah, we'll throw this little kit at it and go from there. Here's the, like I said, I've never been into a two barrel, but typical Carter, you know, needles and rods. And then this is the vacuum here. There's a spring right here. And then the jets are down there. But, yeah. Yeah, similar to the WCFB 4-barrel on the Savoy. Anyway, all right, let me dump this out, and we'll do the base gasket as well. All right, that's done. Nice kit, nice little kit. Plenty of clips, plenty of lots of stuff, and stuff for other carbs too. Oh, I gotta put these guys back in the mixture screws. Everything was clean. This is clean. Whether it was necessary or not can't hurt. It did get wet here. Probably a function of the thing runs and sits for most of its life, right? I did find one of these screws was a little loose. Not that it probably really mattered to hold the base on. Going back to the whole hot fuel thing again. Here's the base gasket they send. Here's the one that was on the other engine, 318. It's thicker. These are available, not readily available, but I can walk home with it, put it on, and away she goes. I'm gonna do an old side of the road old farmer trick. I'm gonna put a little grease on here, and then I'm pretty sure this thing ought to just seal up pretty good. This was the other side, and it matches up pretty well. There's an extra port on the old Carb that I don't know will matter, but yeah, whatever. We'll give her a shot. Get her on the car. All right, she's back together. If you see, I got that thicker spacer. It's about a 1/2 inch. I put a little grease on there. Hopefully there's no leaks at the base. Otherwise you can get those, but that's what I had. Actually, the studs are too short. I was gonna make some, which is a bit of a pain because it's fine thread, 5/16 whatever on the bottom, and of course on the top. I've done it before, but I had an old intake manifold that I pulled them off of. So let's set you here. Of course the fuel bowl's empty. I really don't have anything to dump fuel in with, so there's fuel up to here. I think I got everything. Everything's out of the way. It'll take a little cranking, get her started. Fuel right there. That's awesome. Let me tighten her up a little. Alright, we can take her for a ride. Gonna fall on her face. Wonder if that base gasket's leaking. This ain't no good. Alright, figured it was something I did. Okay, so this kit comes with 2 sets of gaskets for everything. Underneath, there's squirters down here, right? To get a signal, or when you give her some gas, it'll squirt, so she'll accelerate. Anyway, so there's a couple sets of gaskets, 2 gaskets under the squirters. Alright, there's a couple, I don't know if they're emulsifier tubes or what exactly. But this thing wouldn't accelerate, and she was leaning out. So she wasn't getting a signal from something. This is what was in there. This is what I did to modify where the tubes could go through. See, there was originally just one little hole in each spot, and I kind of made match. Well, I'm like, there's something, it's not getting a signal, air signal. So sure enough, I found the correct gasket. Looks just like this. Put it in. She's going well now. Thing is, so we got it set at 800 idle mixture, or idle RPM. We got it set at 1200 with the AC on in neutral, and she'll drop to about 750 in gear. She's pig rich. I think I got her where she needs to be, but what I'd like to do, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this off. Stick this wideband O2 sensor in the tailpipe. I mean, this is what they do at dynos when they do a chassis dyno. Stick it in the ASN. I don't know if this will count or not. The tailpipe does get hot, and this thing ain't really meant to get hot. We'll see. I'd like to do that. All right, let me figure out what I can figure out here. All right, she shoved in the tailpipe, not very far. I've got plenty that I could use. Yeah, battery out of the CUDA. You guys can't see the wideband gauge very well. It just flickers. It's right here. Right there. All right. Let me set you over here. So what I'm trying to do is try to get a good lean mixture. Looking for 14.6-ish. Okay, she's fairly warm. I gotta turn it on first. That bird's back. He built a complete nest in my garage in about an hour. Longer than that, but. All right, showing 14.6 now. Yeah. It's just flashing around, way lean actually. Go figure. It's bounced off the high end is what it's doing. Go figure, it's not in the pipe very far. Let me redo this and see if I can slide it in further. So she's stuck in there about 14, half a foot or so. I mean 14 inches or so. Oh hell, well, it's showing dead lean now. It's all dashes. Trying to burn out my stupid thing and do farting around here. That would suck. It's actually bouncing around. Can you guys see that? It's actually bouncing around. Low 15. Actually a little lean going by this. But at about 15 there. This might actually work. Didn't have it in far enough. I think it was just mixing with too much outside air, so it was giving a bad reading. I don't even know how good that is. Hell, I don't know. Mid 14s to 15, low 15s now. Whatever, we'll call that good. All right, I guess you can see me, huh? The vacuum drops, power brakes, and you lose your brakes. So this thing may have to idle a little higher. It's at 800. Do I have it? I think when we got it, it was 900 the other day. So here we go. 273 two-barrel, kicking her down. Oh out or when I'm driving with the windows down. Yep. I don't know if I did any good. I certainly screwed it up for a minute. But I don't know. She seems to be doing a lot better. Well, she's doing better now. There's actually a couple things up there. You know what? Let's turn the air on. This thing has air conditioning. I forgot. How can I forget that? Oof. Muscle car with air. His big complaint was when he'd go pull up to a stop sign, she's long, he's having to put her in neutral. I think we saw that, but vacuum for the brakes. It's going to have to get idled up, I'm afraid. She's idling pretty high now. Alright. See you in a minute. Okay, the next morning, I've been playing with the vacuum, okay? He's losing pressure, or vacuum drops when you put it in gear, down to about 6. That's not enough for power brakes. This thing, when we got it, it was idling at 900 and all that. So I advanced the timing a couple degrees. I think it's at 16, maybe 17. That helped a bit with the vacuum. Backed off the the idle screw. She's idling at 900 again to keep it at 10 to 11, which is fine until you start you know, moving through traffic. You're not creeping along, you ain't gonna have it, which sucks. I don't know what else to do. I got about 1 3/4 turns on the mixtures. We're gonna call it for now. I gotta check again the RPM with the solenoid out one last time. Yeah. And guys, incidentally, you know, this whole debate about advance for your distributor using ported or manifold. This uses manifold right from the factory. So does Louise. It's manifold vacuum. And yes, it advances the timing at idle, period. Evidently, they didn't all do that, but Chrysler did it in 1965 and 1967. I can promise you that, because the original Carb for Louise doesn't even have a ported vacuum pickup. It's straight to manifold right below the throttles. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna jack it up and adjust his rear brakes, make sure they're working. That's about it. Carb's doing fine. After my screw up, there's actually a little spring that holds the what do they call that, the fuel valve, keep the you know, the butterflies go up, or the floats go up. That spring actually was going up, and on the car, the gasket that came out, it was the guy had cut it. Well, I didn't, so I did that, got the correct gasket in the squirter body. So yeah, she's pretty good. She was low in antifreeze, down to just above the tubes, but like all these Chryslers, she'll puke out to where she wants to be, which was probably where it was. She's up higher now. So I'm gonna jack it up, pull the tires, check his brakes. And that's it. And guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, live action, live screw ups. So anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.